All right, guys. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Saturday training for High Voltage and Fury. As you guys know, we do this every Saturday from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 12. We keep it short, sweet, simple, to the point so that you get the information that you need to go have success each and every week, but to also get the information and updates that's going on within the company so that you can continue to get better at your business, perfect your business, and be in the know about what's going on so that you too can receive the benefits that FFL has to offer as you continue to grow your business. So again, guys, you could be anywhere, right? But you chose to be on here because you're deciding to do something different. You're deciding to go after something bigger than yourself. The way that we congratulate our speakers or show appreciation, especially to ourselves, is by going to work. Okay. And so take this information, write it down. You're not going to be able to remember it. Okay. You're going to have to write this down so that you too can have a successful FFL business. All right. So as you guys know, I always get started with the top 10. And I had it up here, so don't beat me up today. Okay. Perfect. Here we go. All right, guys. And this is for Fury and High Voltage and all of Fury, put it that way, right? But we're in the second week of May. So pay attention, guys. You too can have your name in the top 10. You just have to make a decision to go to work. And what does that mean by being in the top 10? You have literally made a decision to go after and plug into the system, work the system, and do the numbers so that you can put your family first. Okay. So coming in at number 10, we have Quentin Battle. Great job. He helped 3 families. We coming in at number 9. Great job. Previous is on here. 3 families. We got Annie. Great job, Annie. She's coming in at number 8 with 4 families. Kayla A. Great job. Coming in at number 7. She helped 5 families. Number 6, Junior and Tierra Morgan. 5 families. Great job. Number 5, Eugene Marshall. 6 families helped. Number 4, Rakita G. You guys heard her on stage at the event. 7 families helped. Jamal Norcom, he was also there as well. 9 families helped. Number 2, myself, KG, 10 families helped. And guys, there can only be one number 1. There's a reason why I follow her message. There's a reason why I stick so closely by her, right? Coming in at number 1, Kali Somerville, 89 families helped in a week.
That's crazy.
That is amazing. That is insane. And I'm just excited to be a part of her leadership. Yes, great job. That is a record breaker, I think.
Job,
1 week,
everybody.
though. 1 week. We're not talking about a month.
Listen, there's no accident. Like, there's a reason she's where she is and why she is who she is and why we're having so much success. She's leading by example, and we all have to do the same thing. As a leader, we only owe our team an example and an opportunity. So again, Kali, great job. All right, guys, I'm gonna move over to the announcements. You want to write this down, okay? You don't want to miss it. The first thing I want to talk about is live dials, guys. Listen, if you're seeing Telegram pop off, it is because of live dials. It is not by accident. The people that are getting on live dials are getting real live help from myself, Kali, and other leaders. And they are closing business, whether they decide to do telesales or whether they decide to be in the home. So live dials is where it's at. That is the Zoom code. It is our live dials. Make sure you are plugged in. We start at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, Monday through Friday. I know Saturday we typically get on after this training here. Okay, but definitely Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we jump on after for Saturday after our training. So that is very important if you want to be like the leaders that are closing business, especially the new people that are helping families. It is because of live dials, and that's where it starts. Guys, the 2 most important things in this business is the phone and appointment. But you can't get to an appointment or you can't help a client until you get good at the phones. So that is where it starts. And if you're not plugged in, I can guarantee you guys, you won't be here long. So make sure you set a schedule for yourself and make sure you get plugged in. The next thing I want to talk about, guys, is work spots. another reason why everybody's blowing up. First of all, the most important thing that WorkSpots has to offer, guys, other than plugging into an office near you, you get to connect with live producers, you get weekly live training. We have exclusive lead coupon codes. You get a discount on your leads. They just listen, and then they extended the 50% 3-month old. So, guys, y'all know we rack up on the 3-month old. Why not get it at 50% off? You're saving a ton of money. But guys, you can't get the discount code if you're not a member. So to run your business, it is $99 a month for WorkSpots to make use of those discount codes and to plug into an office near you and to also plug your team into an office near them. So make sure you get WorkSpots today. They do not charge, like when you get started, if it's not at the top of the month, they actually prorate you at the time that you sign up, and then it's $99 a month after. So please make sure you sign up for that. We really can't work with you if you don't have WorkSpots. Okay, so make sure you have that. The next thing I want to go over, guys, is the weekly schedule. Guys, there's no excuses why all of us on here cannot win. Okay, we have something going on each and every minute of the day, and every day at that. And it's not just our agency alone, just Allegiance National. But Fury also has a daily schedule. We have something going on each and every day for you to plug into to get the information that you need to have a successful business. So make sure you screenshot that. I know Carly will be able to, she's looking for it. I can see it in her face. But we do have something going on each and every day, whether it be a podcast, whether it be TNL training, whether it be, what do they have on the bench? We have so many things going on, guys. There's no reason why you can't know what's going on and how to do something, because we give you free and live training each and every day. So that is our weekly schedule. Make sure you screenshot that so that you can plug at the times in that you are available to get the information you need to go and have a successful FFL business. The next thing that I want to talk about, guys, I don't know if y'all got the message that I put on Telegram. I did it a few times, but as you guys know, we have a new system. Everything is not separate anymore. HCMS, where you purchase your leads, everything is in a central location. Okay. And so what we're noticing is that our numbers are not, as a team and individually, aren't being reported in real time because everybody's carriers are not uploaded to HCMS. So here's what the home office is doing. Okay. The home office says if your carriers are not uploaded into HCMS, home office cannot recognize you as an active agent and will automatically place you on as earned. If you don't know what that means that you're not getting the full commission. You only get paid as the client gets paid, as the client pays their policy each and every month, which is literally pennies on the dollars each and every month. So if you don't want that to happen to you, I strongly suggest, if you don't know how to do it, go to the FFL National, go to Start Here, which is our agent hub. And then if you scroll all the way down, there is a license checklist. That license checklist has the step. And LaKenya, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe she said it was step number 7, where it instructs you on how to upload your carriers to HCMS. So that is not a problem. Another reason why you should upload your carriers to HCMS, if you are building a business and you're hiring a team, there is no way we can place an agent under you if you don't have the carriers in the system. So that agent will go to your upline until you upload the carriers in HCMS. So that does not happen to you. After we get off today, please make sure sometime today, right away, make sure you upload or make sure you have all your carriers in HCMS. I know I did. I just double checked for myself just to make sure. And you can too. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the torch over to Kali. She is actually going to have a beautiful lady come on and just talk for a few, and I'll let her introduce her. Our very own EVP, 89 families in a freaking week. Guys, listen, and this is outside of life production. Okay. So she literally can't, well, I can't say it, but you guys, 50 families equals into dollars. So you just do the math on that. You know what that means, right? But this is just exciting. Kali, I'm so glad to be a part of your leadership. You are literally one of the fastest growing businesses. And again, the first African American female that is going to get the integrity deal. I'm right behind you. Take it away.
Hey guys, thank you so much, KARYN. And so for people that are wondering, especially new people, how did I help 89 families in a week? So, you know, as you guys might know, that we can no longer post numbers on social media. But if you try to just listen to my clues, I'll explain what really happened. I did an annuity, and the client's annuity was equal to 800 families. 800 families in our business equals, you multiply that by 1,000. That's how big the annuity was. Then on top of that, so then when you sell an annuity, what Family First Life does is they take 10% of the total amount of annuity, and that counts towards your volume. And then I also did 9 families. So you guys can do the math to figure out what actually happened. And if you want to know the real number, give me a shout, I'll tell you. But because this is going on YouTube, we can't really tell you that. I can't tell you the exact dollar amount. So getting started, like I wanted to welcome on this young lady. She is brand new, not even appointed with any carriers yet. She's licensed. She got recruited by Jawan Stroman. And the thing about Jawan was at the sales conference, and we did a contest for the people with the most guests. And Jawan was the winner. So congratulations, Jawan. We gave Jawan $500 worth of leads on Monday, so he could start his week off right. And in addition to that, Jawan really got the message about recruiting, right? And so through recruiting, he found this young lady on social media, did not know her. And now she's in the business with us, and she's this week already recruited 5 people, 5 or 6, honestly. So I wanted her to take about 10 minutes to talk really about what her mindset is, because a lot of people come into FFL and they say, I want to come in and I want to get some results first before I tell anybody about this business. She understands something different about this business that make her want to start to recruit people from day one. So Ebony Lambert, are you there?
I'm here.
We got to see your face. Okay, there we go.
You
hey,
don't
beautiful.
see me? Hey,
yes.
y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
So yeah, it's so funny. I'm seriously new at this. I've probably been licensed not a whole year yet, and worked with 2 different companies. When I first started, I was a customer service agent. And, you know, I could look at the other teams for life and like, oh no, they're making bank over there. So I sat back, I was like, you know what? I didn't get my insurance license to do customer service. So I applied for a position for the sales team at said company I'm not going to mention. I didn't get it. But you know, my mindset was whether or not they hire me here or not, I see the potential in being an insurance agent and what you can do. So, you know, I had my mindset, this is what I want to do. I want to be at the top, and I can see how I do that. So whether or not they were going to give me the chance or not, I was going to do it. And this is exactly what I'm doing. You know, why not recruit? Are you going to sell your entire life? What are you going to do when you get 80? You know, so I think recruiting, first of all, with FFL, this company has so much back office support, so much support. Jawan just snatched me out of nowhere because I was with another company, independent, and the back office support was trash, actually. You know, I had an agent trying to get on under me, and there was some type of technical issue to where he was not receiving emails and things that he needed. And I'm like, no, this is not the company that I want to be with, because I know the potential that I can bring to a company, just because I know what I want out of this business. And I also want to help families and bring people along with me. So if I don't have that back office support, I had to go. So Jerron, actually in between that mix up there, he got in my inbox and said, hey, looks like you're doing well. I'm like, you know what? Let me take a look at what he's doing in his company, and looked at FFL and love everything that I have seen from day one, even going through looking at the trainings. I mean, you can't fail. You know, all you have to do is it's out there laid out for you, follow it. And, you know, for the agents that I've worked with along the way, hey, I pulled them with me because I know their potential as well. And FFL is definitely going to give all of us the opportunity to do great things and, you know, recruit from day one. I don't have my writing numbers right now for FFL, but I'm not going to sit here and twiddle my fingers. I can't do it. I have to be moving. So, you know, I like to bring in my people that I know that are going to be driven and want things out of life, because FFL is definitely going to make that possible.
Yeah. So that's so good, Ebony. What is it that, like, so why did you just decide that, like, I'm just gonna start recruiting before I even write, before I even show anybody my results? Like, what is it? What's your mindset like? And what did you say to those people to get them over there? Because I think that a lot of times that's a stumbling block for a lot of people. They don't know what to say. So what did you say to these people? And these are people that you know. So you're in your warm market, right? So what did you say to them to get them to come over?
I basically told them the perks of FFL. You know, this is a different way of living. You know, especially people that don't know much about the insurance industry, and then for them to know me and then see I'm moving a different way, they want to know, what are you doing? What is this? What are you doing? Well, let me tell you, because hey, if this is an opportunity, I'm gonna put it in front of you. You take it or leave it. You have, you know, I can't really explain it. I just see the potential in this. I've researched, you know, FFL's got great perks, and I want to help my people and bring them on. So I tell them the perks of FFL. I tell them, you know, what you can achieve out of this, how you can have a different lifestyle, and how can you lose? You can't lose.
Does anybody have any questions for Ebony? Because I listen, like I said, she's brand new, doesn't even know a lot about FFL, and she's like not probably just what she's seen on social media, right? We had a 30-minute conversation yesterday about the business. So she's already doing these things before she even really knew about what FFL is. So anybody have any questions for Ebony? Nobody.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Congratulations, Ebony.
Thank you.
What are you saying when you're bringing your people on? Because you're brand new to FFL, you're going through contracting, you haven't sold anything just yet. What are you saying to get them to come over, and what is your energy like when you're doing it?
KARYN, you must have been doing the role, because I just asked her that question.
Really? Did I not hear that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what did Jerron say to you to bring you over? Did you ask that?
Let me tell you.
What
did Jerron say?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
What did Jerron say to you to bring you over?
You know what? I was in between. I was getting frustrated with the company I was with, and he just happened. And let me tell you, my inbox is blowing up. So, you know, when he messaged me, I don't know what in the world made me take a look at his profile, because normally I don't. And I'm gonna tell you, God put you in the place that you need to be. So I clicked on his profile, and I looked, and his social media presence and the things that he posts made me take a look at FFL. And it was really just me knowing how some other companies can be, and then seeing this, I was just like, oh, let me go ahead. I mean, how can I lose? That was the thing there. How can I lose? I can't lose. I got to put in what I want out of it. So yeah, I tell him all the time, you just snatched me out of nowhere.
Thank you. That's awesome.
All right, Ebony, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sure,
Thank you for having me.
we can't wait to see what you do next week. This is just the first week and beyond. I know you're excited about FFL, and I know you have a lot of great things in store for yourself and your family. So congratulations, great job, and keep doing what you're doing, because you'll build a big agency very quickly doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So we'll go over this again that I went over at the sales conference. So everybody get out a pen and, if you don't have out a pen and paper, get out a pen and paper. And I want you guys to write this down, because even though FFL does not require you to recruit anybody, you can get all the way to 130% contract without ever recruiting a soul. However, Ebony just said it. How long do you want to sell insurance? Do you want to sell insurance until you're 80 years old? Or do you want to get in this insurance game and get out of it? And the only way to get in and get out is by building an agency. And so, like she just said, like, some people don't know where to start, don't know who to talk to. I would tell you to talk to everybody, right? Because you don't know who might need this opportunity. When I started with FFL, I was a vice president at another insurance company, but I was completely broke. Right. And so the person that brought me into FFL wasn't fooled by my title. They still asked me about the business if I was interested in working with FFL. And here's the part, guys. I said no the first time he talked to me. So I could have started FFL in October 2018, but I thought it was too good to be true. I couldn't believe the numbers, right? And so I said no, but then some other things changed in my business. In my previous business, even more things happened, and I was even a worse situation than I was when I started. And so I went back to him and said, hey, tell me about that business that you were working. Tell me about that company that you work at. And so when he told me, then that second time I was ready to get started, right? So if you're not sure about who to talk to in your phone, I'm going to give you who to talk to, period. I'm going to give you a kind of like a clue or help to try to go through and talk to these people first, because most times the people that I'm going to go through are people that are interested in doing what you're doing, right? And so and if you haven't heard this before, the method is called STEAM, right? S.T.E.A.M, like you're steaming food, right? And so what I want each one of you guys to do, so let me ask this question first. Put your hand up, not on the screen, but using the button, if you button at the bottom, the button's at the bottom, and raise your hand. Who is interested in building an agency? And if you're not, please don't feel pressured to do it. But if you really are, raise your hand and say that you are.
I don't see my button though.
Okay, got you, Previous.
Me too, but I don't see it.
Okay, that's two more. Is that it? Just
no, so am I. I raised my thumb up there.
Okay.
I can't find it, but I am.
I raised mine.
All right, so it looks like, I'm gonna say about 30 people that are interested in building. So if you are interested in building, this message is for you. And so write this down, make sure you have your pen and paper out. This is not gonna be any good if you don't do it, right? You gotta take these action steps. Knowledge is power, knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So each one of you that raise your hand, this is the first step that I'm gonna give you, and this is the easiest way to start building your agency if you have not done this before. So what you want to do is get your phone out. On average, most people have about 500, at least 500 names, numbers, and contacts in their phone, right? But if I ask you, and let me use somebody for an example. Josh, are you available? All right, good. Unmute yourself, Josh. You got your phone, or you got your Zoom on your phone?
Zoom on my phone.
Okay, that's cool. So I want you to pull up your contact list, Josh.
Okay.
And scroll all, and this is what you would do this is what you're going to do for yourself, and this is what you can do when you recruit somebody. You can help them find people in their market. Most of the times when you're recruiting, the superstars aren't found one level deep. It's found people, but people under people under people, right? And so if you do this every time you recruit somebody, imagine how many new people you can add to your team. And the best part about this is warm market. So you hear us talking about warm market and cold market. The warm market are people that you know. They don't necessarily have to be your friends and your closest friends, but it's people that you know, right? So Josh, scroll when you scroll all the way down to the bottom of your phone, how many names and numbers do you have in your phone?
All at the bottom, 717.
717. And the reason, Josh, I'm not going to ask you just simply, who do you know? Because out of 717 contacts in your phone, it's hard for your mind to sift through all those names and numbers about who you might know who might be interested. But if I ask you specific questions about who you know and who's in your phone, you'll be more likely to give me names and numbers. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So Josh, and this is what I would do. And so if you don't have anybody on your team, do this with yourself and your phone and start writing down names and numbers of people that fit this criteria. So Josh, who do you know that's in sales?
Brian, Kevin, and Theo.
Okay, perfect. Who do you know that's a teacher? Do you know any teachers?
I think maybe one, Shay.
Shay, okay. Who are the most enthusiastic people that you know?
Oh wow. I'm writing this down as you're asking me. Hold on. Most enthusiastic. I'd say Ray, my cousin Neelove, and we could use
Muhammad. Okay. Who's the most ambitious people that you know that you got in your phone?
Kay.
KARYN. Who else? Anybody else?
We can put K. No, like his name is K.
Okay, K.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kelly.
Kelly, okay. And then who do you know that's money motivated?
Darren.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Okay.
And Ivy.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. And that's just you coming off the top of your head, right, Josh?
Yeah.
So I'm sure if you like scroll through your phone, like thinking about these people that fit in this criteria, the salesperson, the teacher, the person who's enthusiastic, the person that's ambitious, the people that are money motivated, if you actually had those in your mind, you scroll through your phone, you could probably come up with many more people. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so we said 11, right, to get started, right? So yeah. Josh, what I want you to do with these people that you just mentioned, Ryan, Kevin, Theo, Shay, all these people, you can call them or text them, right? And say, hey bro, or hey girl, or whatever I don't know what you say to girls if you're a guy. I just started working with this company, and I make, and it has a high, let me see. I'm sorry, let me start over. I just started working with this company, and they're looking for other people to get into sales with me. Do you know anybody that may be interested and make in a high commission position? So here's what that does when you ask, do you know anybody? Number one, it kind of takes the pressure off of you, Josh. So if they say no, they're not saying no to you because you asked them who they're not saying no about themselves. They're saying no, you know what I'm saying, to other people. And then most likely, if they're the right person, they're going to say, hell yeah, me, right? Because that's why we're targeting these people that are sales people, teachers, enthusiastic, ambitious, money motivated. We're targeting those people because those are the people that do very well in this business. So then what if you did that, I don't know what's going on this morning. Josh, what if you did that with all 11 people on your list and then they gave you 11 names or they gave you 10 names, right? And then you kept that going. Can you guys see how quickly you're building your organization? And you're not building your organization with people in the cold market. You're building your organization with people who are in the warm market, because people stay around. People don't quit on a friend, but they'll quit on a boss, right? And so I knew KARYN before FFL. She's still around because she's a friend. KARYN recruited Darren, right? Darren recruited Josh. Josh recruited Kelly. All of those people were in the warm market, right? There are people that knew people that knew people. So if you're looking to build an agency, number one, go through your phone today, not tomorrow, not next week. Go through your phone today and figure out who fits in that criteria. And if you're too scared to ask them, then number one, call somebody. Let us help you talk to them about the business if someone's interested. I think that's the second part where people get nervous and scared because they don't know what to say. I'll give you a clue, guys. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, right? And so if you're talking to somebody who's money motivated, you want to talk to them about the money potential here. The reason that I got into insurance is because I'm number M on this list, right? I'm money motivated. The reason I got into insurance is because I wanted to make an extra $1,000 a month. That was my only goal when I got into insurance, is I had a full-time job and an extra $1,000 a month part-time was amazing. It was an amazing opportunity to me, right? And so, and then the girl told me the thing that clinched me for getting into life insurance is she told me you get paid the next day. And once I heard that, because I'm money motivated, that's all I needed to hear, right? When she was talking to me before, when she was talking to me about things that I didn't really care about, she's like, oh my God, the environment is great. This is great. That's great. But when she told me I got paid the next day, I was like, okay, I'm ready, right? Because she said the right thing, right? But before, she was saying things that really didn't matter to me. So also, I guess another point I would give you is just remember who your audience is, right? So if you want to contact the teacher, like you might want to say, hey, we do financial literacy, right? We're looking for people that, have a teaching background. They do really great here. Somebody who's in sales, they already understand sales. You talk about it's a high paid commission job, right? It's not a job, a high paid commission opportunity, right? Most people in sales are getting 10%, 20%, but they're not getting 100% commission, right? And so you talk to them about getting 100% or more commission. The person that's enthusiastic, they do well here because they got energy, right? KARYN is enthusiastic, so her energy sells other people on not just the business, but on the life insurance, because her energy is infectious to be around. People that are ambitious want to go to the next level, right? So again, just point to the people, talk to the people that are looking for you, and I guarantee you there's somebody in your phone that's looking for you. Right. But if you don't ask the people that if you don't talk to everybody, you'll never know who might be in your phone that can really change your business. And again, starting your warm market, that's the easiest way to start building your business. And that's the easiest way to get people to stick around, because they already know you, they already trust you, and they're just going to follow you because you are who you are, as long as you have good credibility. Does anybody have any questions about that? Because we should have tons, but we had 30 hands go up.
Kelly, repeat what you text to your friends.
So you just want to, so I just went through Dana and I said, depending on what area what category they fall in, you're kind of going to change the text a little bit. But the basis of the text is, who do you know that may be interested? Here you go. Who you know might be interested in a part-time opportunity or a career change?
Okay.
Right. And it depends on if they're in sales, say in sales. If they're money motivated, talk about the money. If there's somebody who's ambitious, talk about, you know, how this can fit them, right? And I would not send a group text, y'all. Don't send out a group text to the people. Don't send 500 people because people hate getting on group text, right? So send these texts out individually so it's tailored to that person, so that they feel special. People want to feel special too, right? I don't want to be on a group text about, you know, who you think might be interested. I will be done right away if you did that to me. So send out the text individually to people. And again, if they say no, you remember my example. I said no, but my no wasn't no forever. It was no, not right now. Sometimes it's just timing, right? And so somebody may not be ready today, but you can never unhear what you heard, right? And so they could come back months later, a year later. There's plenty of people on his phone today. Jawan is an example of somebody who I told about the business and he came back. David Johnson, I hope he's on the line. He's an example of somebody who I told about the business and came back, right? So don't be upset if somebody says no, right? Because this might just be no, not right now. And that things change in their lives, they might circle back to you, but because they remember that you reached out to them and you told them about an opportunity. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What are the questions, guys?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, question, Kali.
Yes.
So if you ask them, are you interested in a high-paying commission position or job or opportunity? I'm sorry. And they ask you, well, what do you just normally just say insurance?
Yeah, that's what we're not trying to hide. We're not trying to hide anything from them.
Right.
Like this is not the practice company, Dwayne. We're in insurance and we sell insurance, right? We don't have to hide who we are. And again, if they say no, it's okay. It's just like a lead. Like that's all I did was give you guys a way to find warm market leads. And it's yes, no, next. So whether they say yes, whether they say no, it doesn't matter. Don't get too excited.
Yeah.
Don't get too upset. Just go on to the next person and look for the person that's looking for you, Dwayne.
Okay.
We got time for one more question. I got to turn it over to KARYN because she has some very informative information that she wants to go over.
Hi, Callie. This is Felicia. Is there
Hey,
some
Felicia.
kind of like, if they say they're interested and it's okay, send me something like a video or something that they can look at or
I'll
read.
post that in here in a group, and then I'll also post it in Slack. I mean, not Slack, Telegram. Sorry.
Somebody asked in the chat, he goes, I have a lot of numbers, but I have no clue who they are. How do you go about those people? They asked that question in the chat.
Just say, hey, thanks, Stefano. Just say the same thing. Hey, this is Stefano. Who cares? Like, just like, again, it's a lead, right? Do you care if they know who you are? You're sending out a text message, hoping what you get back, right? You might get somebody that's interested. Just say, hey, this is Stefano, and then use the same script. All right, guys. So if you have more questions, I got one more. Cut it off, y'all. If you have more questions, if you have my number, if you don't have my number, you can text it to me. My number is 44, and somebody put my number in the chat, 443-453-6126. Text me your questions, because we got to move on to KARYN, because KARYN is going to be really, one of the things we realized, y'all, is that a lot for new agents, especially agents who are not familiar with the insurance business, some aspects of this business can be shocking at the beginning. And so I want KARYN to go over. So now we're talking about recruiting, right? So I want KARYN, Madison, can you mute your phone, please? I want KARYN to go through kind of what the expectations are of a new person. And because we're growing so rapidly, everybody needs to be writing this stuff down because these things are important, and this is going to help not just it's going to help the agency grow, but this is going to help you grow in your business and help you get other people started and get growing. So KARYN, are you there? I'm sure you're there. Can you take it away?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm just going to jump right in. Again, we're growing extremely fast, and we have to decide who we're going to spend our time with.
KARYN, you sound kind of muffled now for some reason.
I do?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can hear you, but it's not clear like you were before. I don't know what changed.
I don't know either. Am I clear now?
No. Just keep going. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you just really can't hear me and just cut me off. All right. So we're growing fast. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes we don't even have time to breathe, but that's a good thing because we're working towards something, right? But we have to decipher who to spend our time with, and the way that we do that is, we're looking at our agents here, our business partners, which are you guys. Are you following the recipe for success? And the reason why we're going over this too as well is because we've decided as leaders to almost be like, I wouldn't say the punching bag, but we have stepped on all the landmines on what doesn't work and what you do wrong, so that you guys don't have to experience that, because it can be a setback if you don't know how to come out of a challenging situation. It could beat you out the business. So we've already gone through what doesn't work. We've already gone through what not to do. So it would be crazy not to communicate with us and to listen to what we're saying and to take our coaching, because when you step on that landmine, it can do some damage. And if you're not strong enough, it'll beat you out the business. This is a real business. You have to take it seriously. And I'm going to go over some recipes for success. So the first thing, guys, so I'm going to be talking about expectations. This is what we expect out of you. Okay. These are the things, like, these are must, like, you have to do this in order to have success, right? The first thing is being coachable. Like I said, we have stepped on all the landmines, right? We do not have time, right? If you decided not to listen to the message, to reach back and pull you up, because you've taken 30 steps back because you decided not to listen, right? Because to us, that lets us know that if you can't follow directions, right, we can't spend too much time with you, because there's someone like a Dana, someone like a Previs, or someone like a Leslie, right? All the other leaders here that's killing it, that we're not able to spend our time with the fires because you guys are putting out your own fire by not listening. So you want to make sure you're coachable. It may not always be pretty. If you think about football, the coach is yelling from the sideline, right? But to one who has never been or played football, they'd think, oh my God, why is he yelling at the teammate? But to the teammate, they're used to that. They ask to be coached that way. They ask to be coached tough, and that's why they get paid what they get paid, right? But the coach, it's for their best interest for the team to win and to score the touchdown and hit the goal. It's the same here, right? We have a vested interest in you, and no one else is going to go. Your mom, your cousin, your sister, your brother, they're not going to go hard for you like we will, because we have a vested interest in you. We make money when you make money. The more you make, the more we all make money together. Does that make sense when we work as a team? So definitely being coachable. The second thing is communicating, okay? We are not mind readers. Kylie has over 500 licensed agents. I have over 150 and counting. We are not mind readers. So if you do not communicate with us, we don't know where you are. We don't know what you're stuck on. We don't know what you're dealing. We don't know what's going on. We assume that you know what's going on and that you're okay, right? Because you can either be okay not doing anything and not having any money, right? Or the opposite of that. So we don't know what's going on. So communicate with us so that we can help you reach down and pull you up if you're doing all the right things, okay? Another thing I want to talk about is, and these are so important, she went over S.T.E.A.M and adding people to the team. If you are building a business, guys, you're in position to be a leader to your team. We have some people that, and I'm not going to name any names because it doesn't matter, but if this is you, if you're adding people to your business and then just kind of letting it stick to the wall and they trying to figure it out, you're not going to build anything. So you have to be the example for your team, and you may not have all the answers, and that's fine. But that's where the communication comes in, that if you don't know something or you're looking for an answer for your team so that you understand how to do it when it's time to help another agent or even for yourself, communicate with us so we can help you grow your business. I think one of the reasons why most people don't build, especially when they get started right away, is because you think you have to do everything on your own and you don't know everything because you too are still going through training. But what if we can help train you and your team together while you're learning, right? So that way everybody's making money. And guess what? You start making overrides and your team sees you have success. They're going to want to build too, right? So you're not going to have all the answers, but that's where communication comes in. But you do have to be the example to your team. Your team does half of what you do, and anything of half of what you do, they're going to stop. And if you stop, they quit. So, and then momentum, guys, it takes anywhere between 60 to 90 days to build back up. And it's painful, guys. It's so painful when you have to build back up momentum. All right. It takes a very long time. So, to not lose that momentum, stay in the forefront, stay in the know, stay in the business, right? Create a schedule for yourself so you don't slip in your leadership to yourself and also to your team. Guys, leads. This is I look at it like McDonald's, right? McDonald's has to have burgers and fries, all right, every day in order to stay in business. We are insurance brokers. We need leads and people to call to talk to stay in business. If you do not have leads, you are going to have a very hard time. Now, I know some people run referrals. I run referrals, but guess what? They're not predictable. Your business can be very up and down when it comes to referrals, right? Because some people don't want to give referrals. So it can end there. So you can do both, guys. But listen, I'd rather call a mother of kids who's having a hard time getting covered and put in a request for life insurance that's looking for me versus me begging 5 to 10 or even 30 people on trying to tell them, hey, are you looking for life insurance? And they weren't really looking, and you're having a hard time and spending more time when you could have just went to somebody who was looking for it. And then get referrals off of her and who she knows or who he knows, right? So the leads are very important. It makes your business very predictable because this is a numbers business. And obviously you want to buy enough leads. You do not want to buy under, like, guys, and we always tell you, start off with older leads, right? All leads work, but the older leads are, for me and for most people, if you notice, they're the best, right? And if you look at our Telegram, everybody's been closing older leads, right? So get the older leads, but when you get older leads, guys, you need to get at least 100 to 150. If you're buying 10 leads, 75 leads, it's not going to work for you. You're going to go out of business very quickly. Every dial day, you have to have at least 100 to 150 leads. All right. And you want to do a mixture. Mix them up between 3-month-old, instant. Guys, we got the work spot discounts, right? It doesn't matter. Mix them all up together, but keep mostly older leads, guys. It also helps you get better at handling objections. I just think all around, the older leads are the best, but all leads work, okay? And then when you help a family, guys, I've seen people go out of business faster than they got started, right? The first thing people do is when they get that huge fat check from America or Mutual Omaha, right? They go and pay their bills, and now they have nobody to call. Now they're out of business, okay? I'm here to tell you, do not make that mistake, okay? When you get your first check, you need to take part of that check and you need to put it towards your leads so you have more families to go and call, okay? And then you want to make sure you're resolving your leads as well, right? There's different things you can do to resolve your leads. You can send the email that's on there. You can text them. You can door knock them, right? But you want to make sure you're following the recipes for success. Buy the leads, dial the leads right away. Don't wait to dial those leads because you're going to have a harder time trying to handle that objection if somebody else sold them insurance. Resolve the leads, right? Whether it be door knocking, email, or texting. Buy a mixture of leads, diversify your leads so you can have the best success, and spend the money, guys. Okay. The more money you spend, the more money you make here in this business, the bigger your return on your investment is. I know it sounds weird, but guys, I literally just used the work spot discounts yesterday. I think it was like almost over $2,000. I spent under 900. I bought over 500 leads, and I made my lead money back after 30 calls, and then some, which was pretty cool. So the ROI is insane, but when you spend the money, it'll come. Guys, expect chargebacks, okay? Guys, you're in business. If you were a Walmart has a return service. Target has a return product, okay? It's going to happen, right? Chargebacks happen, and you have to factor that in your business. Everybody is not going to keep their policy. And then statistics says that 30% will fall off if you're doing all the right things. Okay. So make sure that when you're getting paid from these carriers as you're working, you need to allocate your check, like your different parts of your check to different things. You need to save money for taxes. Guys, we are a real business. And if you don't know what I mean, get with somebody who does taxes, get with an accountant, right? I am not a tax person, a tax preparer, a tax strategist, or an accountant. So get one, find one, okay? But you need to put money aside for taxes. You need to put money aside for chargebacks. You need to put money aside for leads, and then you live off the rest. I know it sounds weird, but I can promise you now, you will go out of business quicker than you started if you do not treat this like a real business. This is not foreign, this is not new. This is what all business owners do, but I can guarantee you we will have a lot more success if people did the right things with their money. Okay. All right. And then dialing, guys, is so important. I see people, jump off live dials early. They make 30 calls, 40 calls. Guys, the business is not going to work for you if you're not dialing. You don't dial when you feel like being done. You dial when you're finished. You have to have 8 to 10 appointments every run day. And if you're dialing older leads, guys, I'd say at least 10 appointments. Okay. 50% of your appointments are going, these are the numbers, guys, and I'm not making this up. It is what it is. 50% of your appointments are going to reschedule or cancel. I don't care if it's your mother, brother, sister, cousin, doctor. I don't care who it is, right? Because my brother will cancel on me faster than a stranger, okay? But 50% will cancel or reschedule. So now that you know that, in order to put your numbers in your favor, the more appointments you have, the more that can actually stick and it'll work in your favor. So if you have anything under 8 appointments, guys, you don't have appointments. And if you're wondering why this is not working, you have to ask yourself, are you working the system? So 8 to 10 appointments, but if you're running older leads, I always recommend 10 appointments or more, okay? And you just have to do the work. Guys, I don't want to work harder for someone else's family than I would for my own. Like, you have to want to, if this is what you want, follow the recipe, get a schedule in place, and max it out if you're going to be spare time, max it out if you're going to be part-time, and max it out if you're going to be full-time. Be the best that you can be at whatever schedule you have in place here, because what that's going to allow you to do is grow from where you are if you're doing all the right things. Guys, I mean, I can't even be, I'm a single mom, okay? I haven't had to rely on a boss. It's one of the most amazing feelings ever. I run a business and I'm a mother, but you can do it too. You can really do it if you follow the system. It's a different level of freedom here, okay? Guys, and when you stop working, I talked about momentum. How much time I got? Yep. When you stop working, guys, the momentum it takes 60 to 90 days to build momentum back up. It is the toughest thing. And if you've ever stopped working in this business and it's happened to you already, you know what I'm talking about. You got to get your mindset back together. You got to get your work ethic back together. You got to pep talk yourself again into it, right? So that you stop that from happening. Don't stop working. Stop when you're finished, right? Don't stop working. And if you stop working, you got to ask yourself, why did you come here? Right? Because you're going to put yourself behind if you do. Guys, when we're helping these families, if 30% is falling off the books, just naturally, because that's the numbers, trying to play catch up is going to be hard for you. Okay. So work your schedule and don't stop working. If you wouldn't stop a job, why would you stop a business for you and your family? That's paying you more. Mindset, guys, that should have said that first. I'm sorry, y'all. But mindset is extremely important. Like, and it's funny because Kali always says, whoever has the biggest voice in your head has pretty much control over you. She doesn't say it that way, but you get the point. You are your biggest voice in your head, and you are with you when no one else is with you, right? And it's easy to talk yourself out of things, right? If you've ever had a problem with addiction, or if you've ever had a problem with anything, like, it's hard, okay? I know for me, I like to eat. So if I see something I like and I don't need to have that type of food, but my stomach is calling it, y'all know about that type of battle, right? Okay, it's the same with this business. You laying in bed like, I know I need to get up. I know I need to get on live dials. I really don't feel like it. I got a check coming in from work, but I'm gonna be okay. Guys, no, right? So you have to change your mindset, because whatever you think about is what's in your pockets. And how do you do that? What are you reading? What are you listening to? We have too much stuff going on, podcasts, there's YouTube videos, there's books, there's so many things that you can feed your mind to change your perspective and your mindset to move forward and have success. Okay. So be very, and also guys, be very careful of who you're listening to. Are you listening to someone in the business who has not had any success? Are you listening to someone in the business who's telling you all, are they being negative or positive, right? Are there, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Okay. Are they doing all the wrong things? Are they not dedicated? Or they are not on live dials, but they're trying to tell you what to do, right? I stick very close to Kali, right? And there's no secret why I'm having my success is because I choose to stay by people who are more successful than me. Because that's what I want to be. And if that's what you want, you have to get around the right people. I know it's hard. I know it's tough, right? But guess what? Being broke is worse. You got to pick your battle and choose your heart. Okay. And for me, I'd rather just be around the people that I want to be uncomfortable always, because success does not sleep with comfort. Success lies where you're not comfortable. And that's where growth happens, because then you start to discover things about yourself and powers about yourself that you didn't know you had. Like, I didn't know I had these powers to run a business until I jumped and left the 5 jobs that I was working, which was 2 to 3 jobs, 7 days a week. I had to see for myself what I was capable of, because if I can put that much time in for someone else's family who never had to be at the job, why wouldn't I show up for my own family to do that for myself? How can I lose if I'm putting the same time into a job that I get a paycheck for that I got to do here, and I can quadruple my income? Why not? Because guess what? I can count on me. I'm not going to quit on me. And I have a why. My son, if I don't work, my son don't eat. If I don't work, my bills don't get paid, right? So you have to decide why it all goes back to your why. Your why has to make you cry. And if it doesn't, you got to find out what your why is, because that's what's going to get you up every day, right? Okay. All right, guys, look, I can continue this next week because I got a lot more that I do want to talk about. But those, like, I do have more, but guys, this is real. Start treating it like a business, because if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. And as you guys know, a lot of our hobbies don't pay us what we're worth. So I don't care what level you are. I don't care if you're not licensed, or if you're licensed and you haven't run any business. Wherever you are, start from where you are and grow. Don't compare yourself, compete. And the biggest person you got to compete with is yourself, because every day you got to get better. Nobody's better than me, I don't think, but I got to compete with the me yesterday, because the me yesterday that made some mistakes, and I can grow from that, right? I can only count on me, right? But guys, you got to have a mirror check. I call it a chin check, guys. And I know I'm way left off the record scale. I call it a chin check. Y'all can call it a mirror talk. I have those every day with myself, but it's working. So I challenge you guys to do that too. Does anybody have any questions before I jump off? That's really all I have, because I know we're on press for time. Oh, so we all know what to do. Live dials, communicate with your coach, get to work, buy your leads, invest in yourself, and let's write and keep your mindset sharp and stick to a schedule. I love you guys. Have a great week.
Thank you. Shoo.
Text me your question.
Okay. Well, I'm grateful. It was really amazing.
It's 12 o'clock.
Gotta go. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, text the questions. We're done, y'all. Okay, guys. Kareem, tell your numbers, and if anybody got questions about that.
Oh, 240. Oh, let me just text it. 602-4770. And please text me your name if I don't have you saved, huh?
240-602-4770 if you have any questions for Kareyn. All right, guys, they're going to be on the live dials as soon as we're done here. Jump on there. You need to learn how to dial the phones if you have not dialed yet. Have an amazing week, guys, and we will see you guys next Saturday. Bye.
Bye. Great training. Y'all have a good day. Good training, Trina.